Welcome back to Infinite Stories, the tool I've been working on for quite some time, where you can create infinite stories. And I mean, infinite stories are great, and I very much love the tool and what it can create. But sometimes it does help to have a picture to show what is actually happening in the scene, not just for yourself, but also potential audience or similar. So everyone familiar with the downstairs story? Knows that I already created like a small dummy at the top left corner in the beginning, but now I made it a full-blown feature to include pictures here. Now, since I'm currently not using a paid license of Google AI, this is not creating images automatically, but rather helps me create the prompts for those images. And then I can upload them to the tool, but at a later point in time when I'm using, or when this is a full-blown tool, this would be an automatically integrated part where, for example, then ChatGPT, Gemini, or whatever model is currently capable of doing the images is called in the backend, so you can see the results inside the application without switching. So let's jump right in. First of all, you will notice that at the top left, we will now have this new image bracket. And this is collected from whatever image is currently capable of being displayed. And this means if we are starting at the cover and we only have the cover image, the image does not change, right? But if we do have an image in a different chapter, it will showcase this image and then use this image going forward. So it's always taking the last possible image, going back into the what's it called, going the chain back if it finds something. And we can upload new images to it, so it does have a new image then for the specific path. So for example, if we try the different path here, I try the doorknob again. Let's maybe go into a little bit deeper. I look back at the door, right? So we are now here in this chapter, and I won't go over it because it's part of the downstairs stories I'm reading from time to time. But still, this could be a nice point to have a new picture. So I will open the modal, and it helps me to generate the prompt for the image. So first, it's basically providing a general instruction, then what the story is called, the description of it, the genre, tone of voice, etc. Then a summary of the previous, what is it, 5 chapters or something. So it has a little bit of context around it. And in the end, of course, very important, the prompt or part, what it actually should create the image for right now. And then you can even extend like a specific style. And I do have a few pre-created here that can be selected. So for example, let's assume we want a Pixar version of this. Then we generate the prompt with AI, right? It generated something, copy it, go to the AI Studio, for example, and then let it run. Now this, depending on the model that is used, can take quite a long time or is quite short. ChatGPT currently seems to be taking quite a bit of time. These ones are generated quite easily. But this was already there, so I can quickly download it and then upload it to the application. Simply just generate it, and here we have the new picture. And again, if I go back, right, a previous one, it will still have this one. But if I go further down, right, it is basically then keeping the old one. And the great part about this is that it works basically everywhere. Of course, not all of these will be in continuity, but if you keep the same style for a story, it does usually work reasonably well. And at a later point in time, we might even include certain cues for it, like specific things it should address to or reworking an image, all in like this image helper modal, like below it generated. But for now, as I mentioned, this is basically it. But if we try it, for example, in a different one, right, I reset the design to just the default one, but we can, of course, go back if we have to. But let's try it in a completely different story. I created Project Infinity and Beyond a bit of time ago, right? And it does have a few things already included. It is basically about a young man visiting a spaceship, right? So let's go a few down, right? We're trying the door, and let's assume we want to do this here. And again, it helps us by creating or providing a lot of information for the prompt generation. It's a two-step process, right? We are creating or using a specific style that we are interested in. Let's go with pixel art here, right? We copy it and let's see what it does for us. And again, it does take a little bit of time here, but the nano-banana Gemini one is usually quite nice. So let's again download this, upload it, and we have the pixel style. I mean, you cannot see that it's very pixely, but it is very pixely, right? It can be created, and now it's there. Maybe it needs a little bit of rework. Maybe it needs some things that need to be overhauled overall because potentially some parts of it are not really collected by the mid AI prompt. This is something we can always change, and this is why this is a multi-step process, because it is reasonably hard to generate an image, but it is very simple to extend it. Let's go with something else just for the fun of it, right? And we see here this part, right? It even includes the Rick and Morty part quite blatantly, and we can now try to do this again, paste it in, create another image, everything very straightforward. So it is very simple to use, and as I mentioned later, it is included in the full, like it automatically included, right? And we can see here, it does have the style quite well down, right? So we can, of course, and I'm pretty sure this will now break. Yes, I did not test this. So this works as well, in theory, when the tool is ready. So keep your eyes posted and please don't hesitate to tell me if you like these feature videos where I explain a specific feature in a bit more thorough fashion. Of course, everything is work in progress. Some things might change in the future. Some things need to be overhauled. Some things need to be tested. But I've been working on this quite some time and I already like it a lot. So don't hesitate to leave me your comments. Bye!